I am absolutely terrified. Just gonna. I am right now in the middle of Alentejo. This is in the middle of nowhere. No one could hear me scream here. Sorry. And I was just here talking to myself. This is like 2:30 in the morning. Here talking to myself. And then all of a sudden, like, I cannot describe what this noise was, but it looked like, it wasn't sharp like a gun, but it sure felt like and sounded like someone was like shooting something, but it just wasn't as loud. Like it felt like, I don't know, like fireworks or something. But I've been watching too many X-Files and I'm scared of sleeping, and my parents, they just leave the windows open so anyone could crawl out the window and murder us, or aliens could kidnap us, and you know, that could happen. And I'm scared. So I immediately went and I closed all of the windows. And my parents, my poor parents, I was like, Mom, please, I'm scared. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to go and sleep with you? I'm like, no, I can handle this by myself. So I'm just vlogging, but it was so creepy. Like my window right there is closed and I can lock my room. You know what? I wouldn't mind having a gun here, just in case. Just in case. Last year, we were here and there was this earthquake in Portugal. And, you know, I've been scared of things like this since I've watched Twin Peaks, and I'm scared of Bob. I'm scared of some evil entity in the woods or something. And I was here, it was 2 in the morning or something, and I had to lay my sleep because I'm scared. And I was here, and I was in my head oh my god, people are going to kidnap us, or they're going. Can you hear the dogs? They're going to kidnap us, they're going to hurt us. Then all of a sudden I start hearing this agitating noise, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like a truck. It's like a truck and people are coming to hurt us. And I was so relieved when I realized that it was just an earthquake. Can you imagine how scared I have to be happy that there's an earthquake going on? The bed was shaking. I'm like, oh my god, thank god. I thought it was something serious. I actually thought I was going to die. We do kind of have neighbors though. But this is so creepy. Oh my god. So I'm going to give a bit of an update on the book Ava or Ardor by Nabokov. I'm halfway through the book, and it's been a journey because this is a very complex book. I would say that this could be considered Nabokov's magnum opus, and I personally wouldn't recommend for you to read this as your first Nabokov, I honestly think that I should have read this a bit further in my Nabokov journey. I've only read Lolita and Pnin and a bit of Pale Fire. So it's been a challenge for me. And I say that you should read other books first because you understand, and if you dive a bit into the study of this book, that this is just the culmination of the work of Nabokov. The themes, the writing style, the characters, everything is Nabokovian in the most extreme way. And because of that, maybe there are a few references that you won't get, like I didn't. But it's still a very interesting story, grabs you. The writing is extremely beautiful, just like any other Nabokov book. So it's a family story about Ada and Van. So Ada and Van, and this is not a spoiler because this is revealed right at the beginning of the book. They grew up as cousins, however, they find out when they're very young that they're actually siblings. Nabokov wants us to be extremely shocked due to the fact that they have intercourse with each other from a very young age. So we have again the theme of obscenity and children being sexualized, like in Lolita. If you thought that Lolita was dark, this book is much darker because, I mean, quite frankly, it has a bit of child and add incest to that. But something about the book that I will tell you, because I think this will just make your journey reading this much easier, is that the book is actually set in a different planet, not Earth. It's like a mirror to our planet Earth. It's called Anti-Terra. And Terra, or Terra, in Portuguese is how we call our planet Earth. So at the beginning of the book, they're speculating about the existence of a planet called Terra. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like our planet? Like I was a bit confused. And over and over again, there are these references in the book that feels like the characters are set in the 50s because they have movies, the clothes that they wear. They talk about Proust and Joyce, but the book is set at the end of the 1800s. And that made me extremely confused. I was like, wait, maybe there were movies, but no, there were movies back then. I was completely, utterly confused until I understood that, oh, this is happening on another planet. And in this planet, technology is more advanced. America isn't actually America. It's a lot of people speak Russian in there, Russian, French, and English. There are Russian villages inside of America. And why does this happen? It's because it can give Nabokov full liberty on writing this. Everything that Nabokov knew as a person and is more comfortable writing about, he sets everything in here. So the idea of making a planet that is personalized just for you, it's so genius as a writer because it will give you so much confidence and liberty to write whatever you want. And it's still not, it's not that fantastic. You're not reading this and you feel like you're reading fantasy. You're reading something that feels very close to you. So it's just a genius idea. Like, I want to steal this. But right now in the book, I'm at the second part of the book, and Van is talking to Lucette. Lucette is another sibling that he has, sister of Ada. She's younger, and Lucette was also in love with Van. And it's said here that Lucette and Ada had also relationships. Like, this book is crazy. Like, I will say that the only thing that people may not like about the book is exactly that it's very much graphic on children's like exploring sexuality. It's like very creepy. It's weird. And you question Nabokov like as a writer. Like in Lolita, I understood like what was his perspective and why he made the decision to write how he wrote Lolita. But here I'm like, why? You just want me to be upset? Like, this is so weird. It's so creepy. I love Ada as a character. She's extremely intelligent and poignant. Is that how you say it in English? Poignant. Vanna's a bit annoying. But the girls, I really like Lucette and Ada. I really want to explore more Lucette. I'm very interested in the younger sister sort of type of character. I have some work now though, so I have to finish that and then I can just like spend my day reading. Maybe I can read also Joan Didion's The Year of Magical Thinking. I brought that with me. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to show you that when I'm saying I'm in the middle of nowhere, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, look at this. And it just goes on and on. It's beautiful. Let's all ignore how messy this room is. Please, like, bear with me for a moment. I'm now back from Alentejo. I'm now in Lisbon. You can tell by my hair because I couldn't... I could not blow out my hair while I was on holiday. So yeah, I'm feeling like myself again. But I've actually finished another book, The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. This book lives up to the hype. If you haven't read this book yet, you are missing out on the most heartbreaking book you'll ever read. It's a memoir of Joan Didion. She lost her husband, and then a few months later, her daughter had a terrible accident. The amount of pain and grief and loss that she had to go through for an entire year. And this is what this book is about. I've only read Play It As It Lays by Joan Didion. This is my second Didion novel. And honestly, even though I've read like only 2 books by her, I will consider that she's my favorite female author, alongside Nabokov as my favorite male author. So many things that I underlined. This book is ripe for that. I'm going to read a part of the book that I really liked. I think about swimming with him in the Cape at Portuguese Band, about the swell of clear water, the way it changed, the swiftness and power it gained as it narrowed through the rocks at the base of the point. The tide had to just be right. We had to be in the water at the very moment the tide was right. We could only have done this a half dozen times at most during the 2 years we lived there, but this is what I remember. Each time we did it, I was afraid of missing the swell, hanging back, timing it wrong. John never was. You have to feel the swell change. You had to go with the change, he told me that. No eye is on the sparrow, but he did tell me that. I think I have a tear in here. Wait. Let me see if I find it. Oh. You see, like, right here what this is pointing to? It's a tear. I'm laughing right now, but I was crying. I was crying every time I read this.
It's extremely powerful. I think I got even more emotional when she was talking about John more specifically. And I think that this book is more dedicated to John than Quintana. Quintana is more dedicated in Blue Knights, for what I've understood. I've never read that one either. But this is it. I'm very excited. I got into the major course I went in college. I was taking artistic studies. I didn't like it, so now I'm going to art history. Main reason is the protagonist from my year of rest and relaxation study that, so okay, I'm going. But no, really, I really like art and I think I'm gonna do just fine there. I got so happy that I'm getting to study what I want. There was a possibility of me not getting in because my grades weren't that amazing. But anyway, I'm happy that I'm going, and yeah, I'll see you next time.